So Chris and I were talking ahead of time here about making mistakes, and I think mistakes, or the fear of making mistakes, can really hold people back quite a bit. And one of the things we were going to talk about was making videos. I mentioned taping yourself, giving instruction. I also think the world is moving quickly into YouTube and video instruction, and I think it's very important for Met PGA professionals to be leading that charge. I think it's a great opportunity. My daughter taught herself how to play piano with YouTube lessons. And my mother teaches piano lessons, and I said, Mom, I hate to break it to you, but some of the stuff that you're teaching these kids, and it's taking them weeks and months. Nowadays they put a YouTube video on and they play the song the next day. It's incredible what's happening out there. Golf is going to be the same. There's no shortage of opportunities out there to teach and to gather information on the swing, but these videos are another form of communication that we have to be at the forefront with. So with that, I had a couple ideas about maybe even filming
Absolutely.
a video, if that's all right. So we'll do this really quick. And again, this the classic thing. The same with outing. So let's just say Jeff Warren is the host of every single outing he does. One thing that I would urge him to do, and he probably does already, is shift that mic over and let somebody else do it. We have a staff here, and they really are sometimes uncomfortable with it, and in some ways that's my fault because I'm generally comfortable with it, and I tend to be the one who gravitates to the microphone if no one else jumps at it. So I have to fool them a little bit, and it's all about getting people out of their comfort zone and getting them doing something that they wouldn't normally do. And one thing that comes to mind also is William A. Mitchell having his assistants sing in front of the membership, which is kind of a long-standing legend here in the section. But it shows you how smart Billy was. It wasn't just about the camaraderie of the staff. It was about getting these assistants out of their comfort zone, getting them comfortable doing things out in front of the membership and the guests. And I'll tell you, almost to a guy and to a gal, those assistants have all succeeded very well in their careers. And I think that's part of it. It's getting out of your comfort zone and doing something you're not used to, like doing a seminar when Michael Breed doesn't show up. That's out of my comfort zone. But anyway, we're going to try a quick video.
And so how this actually came about was when Brian and I were talking, we were talking about some things you could do with members and guests. Brian showed me a video that he does for guests that come out to the club.
Great point.
And he sent it over to me, and I said, wow. I said, how long did that take you to do? And I said, what equipment did you use? And he says, I used my iPhone, and it took 5 minutes. And so I probably fall into that category of thinking things have to be way too perfect, and then that maybe sometimes leads to you not being able to do it because of the time factor and everything else. So I would be an example of that person perhaps that would tend to think you had to be too perfect to do things.
Try and find things that you can use to teach with. And when I'm in the studio there, I don't want to talk out of school, but I love props, and I want my guest instructors to bring props in with them because I think it's more exciting to teach that way. And they bring this stuff in, and then the production team says, no, you can't use that because it's got a logo on it, or you have to get the sales and marketing team to get in on it, and all of a sudden everything falls apart, and they end up standing there with a club. And sometimes it's great. The ones that are real good communicators are fine. The ones that aren't are not. So it's challenging, but I love props, and I want you to start looking at things differently. So I was thinking about this on my trip back today, and I was at Dunkin' Donuts. So anyway, so you stand there, and you're gonna film. I'm gonna do an instruction tip. Okay, it's never been done before. Can drinking help your putting? You might be surprised. Now, before you run to get a six-pack from the refrigerator, I want to stop you and tell you I want you to go to Dunkin' Donuts or some other restaurant that has these straws. My name is Brian Kroll. I'm the head golf professional at Glen Arbor Golf Club, and I'm going to help you putt better with straws. So I put these things together just to speed this video along, and now I've created my own piece of equipment. Okay, I've got a nice line, so I'm going to put this down here, and I'm going to grab my putter, and now I can tell if I'm moving my head, this line is moving around, I have a frame of reference, and I can use this to chart the path of my putter head. Is it going to keep my stroke a little bit straighter? I think so. So try something like this. You've got the winter to work with. Go to Dunkin' Donuts, get some straws, figure out if you can improve your putting game and be sinking more putts in 2015. You'll be dunking them. I frankly don't even know if that works. So don't hold me to that. But the point is, there's now a...
You know I'm posting that.
Why did I bring him up? Market it. Thank you. So anyway, the point is you shouldn't, like, I just kind of ran through one there, and again, I've been teaching for 25 years. But I want you to know a couple things before I go to Carl's question. A couple things are, one, it's not, hello, I would like to give you a putting tip. It's, can drinking help your putting? That's a more exciting start, you know, and that gives me something. It doesn't all, if you do 20 tips, it doesn't all have to start with, hello, I'm Chris Kenny from the Patterson Club. I didn't say who I was until maybe, 30 seconds in. So you can switch it around, keep it interesting, but the point is, I'm not going to go back and do that tip again. It's done for me. Unless I really said something inappropriate, which I do at times, I'm gonna run with it. And I think your point, Chris, of being too worried, like, should I write all this down? Should I really try and memorize what I'm going to say? The answer